Welcome back, everybody. Sheepdog Smokey here. Sunday afternoon. Right now, you'll see this here in a little bit. It's a beautiful day in Texas, but as always, we're getting nothing but doom and gloom all over the news. Two that I've seen in the last hour: direct contradictory statements from Fauci. The first one I saw is that if Trump had acted faster and listened to experts, lives could have been saved. Then, just minutes later, I see a story where Fauci is saying that it is all down to China because the outbreak started in, I think, December, and their propaganda machine went into full effect. They first lied and said the U.S. Army planted it. Then they were arresting journalists and anyone else, exposing that it wasn't that it was a Chinese virus. And they said, oh, it's not that bad, it's not that bad. And then we get to January and, oh, well, sorry, we were wrong. They knew from the start what was going on. And like any communist regime, they cannot allow bad press. They cannot allow anyone to know what they're doing. So they went into full spin mode and full arrest anyone talking mode. The first case to come to the U.S., or to be known in the U.S., and just, I believe, 14 days later, Trump had banned travel to and from mainland China. Of course, at that point, oh, it's racist, it's xenophobic. And now, well, he should have done it sooner. This has done two really big things. First, it has exposed China and all of those loyal to China in any other country for the tyrants they are. The liberals demanding we not punish Chinese people. We're not. We are saying that the country is where the virus came from, and the communist tyrants in charge are the ones who hid that. It also has very, very directly shown exactly what the president can and cannot just do. In reality, the office of the president is not there to just act. The office of the president is there to ensure enforcement of federal law. The 10th Amendment very clearly states that any power not specifically given to the state is reserved for the people, meaning that anything that the federal government is not specifically given the power to do is reserved for local, city, county, and state governments. New York and Texas give us two very diametrically opposed views of this. Cuomo whined and cried and kvetched all over the news. Donald Trump is just not doing enough. Texas is larger. We don't have the New York City metro area, but we do have millions of Texans. Governor Abbott is not complaining one bit about Donald Trump. Governor Abbott is doing his job as governor. He is making sure that hospitals have what they need, cities have what they need. He has closed schools until the end of the school year. He is letting cities do what they need to do. For example, I heard not long ago, the city of Fort Worth is continuing their school lunch program by letting children have lunch and dinner. And they don't have to be a Fort Worth Independent School District student to get it. You see, they're still paying their teachers and they're still paying their administrators, but they're not paying the electric bill or the gas bill or the water bill for their schools because they're all shut down. So they're going in and they're cooking and they are feeding the children. What's New York schools do? What are the New York schools doing? Are they feeding anyone? Or are the teachers holding remote classes and the administrators just sending out an email once or twice a week, hey, just making sure everything's running right? It is the job of the governor to act. Cuomo had to eventually admit that there was a stockpile of ventilators, and then people realized that he could have acted far sooner. But no, he wanted to use the crisis to once again demand that Donald Trump be removed because he won't overstep the power of the presidency. It's mind-boggling to me that we still have as many people as we do who actually believe the Democrats, when under Obama, his "I have a pen and I have a phone" was praised. Donald Trump was told, don't issue any executive orders. How dare you even consider pardoning anyone? Don't you dare do anything we don't approve of, only to then later be told, why didn't you do anything? Why didn't you do what we told you not to do? They're literally talking out of both sides of their mouth. H1N1 killed a lot of people. We didn't ban travel. We didn't lock down. We didn't do any of it. No one complained when doctors had to try new treatments because they'd never had to worry about H1N1. Okay? It's just that simple. It was SARS, the Southeast Asia rhinovirus. I think it's rhinovirus. No one said it was racist to call it the Southeast Asian virus. Ebola, West Nile, MERS, Middle East. No one said a thing. We had people complaining that it's racist to call the coronavirus we're facing right now the Wuhan or Chinese coronavirus. Ted Lieu specifically said it would be just as stupid to call it the Milan virus, or maybe he said it would be just as logical. I forget the tweet. It was a Bill Maher video. I'll embed it in another video because I want to talk about it specifically. But Lieu, as always, is just moronically wrong. Had the virus originated in Milan, it would be the Milan or Italian virus. Had it started in Frankfurt, it would be the German virus. Stuttgart would be, well, Stuttgart is still Germany. Had it been in Vienna, it would be the Austrian virus. Barcelona would have been the Spanish. Paris would have been the French. St. Petersburg would have been the Russian. It is geography. But this, just like Donald Trump didn't do enough. Well, why didn't you do it? Why didn't you do what we said you shouldn't do? It's the same thing. Anything and everything said by Donald Trump or any Trump supporter or anyone who works for him is instantly decried as racist or ignorant or homophobic or transphobic or anything and everything they can use to say he is just not qualified. When they've all done the exact same things and people praise them. It's very simple. Donald Trump is not a racist. He's not a bigot. He is not a Nazi, homophobe, transphobe, whatever you want to call it. He banned travel from the geographic region of mainland China because the virus that we had just learned had come to the U.S. originated in mainland China. That is geography, not race. He was called xenophobic, and now they say he should have done it sooner. Dr. Fauci actually says, on one occasion, if Donald Trump had listened, he could have saved lives. Well, then, in the next breath, China lied to us. Okay, which is it? If China was lying, and you were saying, they're saying it's not that bad, and then Donald Trump still acted, then he acted. They're calling for, he should have read our minds to know we were lying to him, so he could have acted, and we could have tried to remove him from office for acting and doing what really needed to be done. It's insane, is what it is. Fauci, Birx, all of them are deep state morons. Birx has admitted, as I talked about this in the earlier video, any death where the decedent is known to have had coronavirus is attributed as a death from coronavirus. She's not saying we're going to track comorbidity, where, this was pneumonia brought on by COVID-19, but you died from pneumonia. For crying out loud, the governor of Connecticut actually said that an infant died from coronavirus when the infant was murdered by being smothered by their caretaker. I called it not long ago. Death Cause of death, COVID-19. Shot him in the head twice. Well, in Connecticut, COVID-19 caused that mother to strangle her baby. New York is reporting that heart attack deaths are down. They're not down. They're not being reported. All of this, just like Fauci's statements that I talked about earlier, are a move to cripple the presidency and ultimately steal it for the Democrats. They are trying to push vote by mail when we've got story after story of people saying, oh, wait, we just found all these ballots in a mail processing center months after an election. 2016, we know Florida purposefully did not count military ballots from overseas. One of the people said, we'll count them later. Why? You called the election. Vote by mail does work for some people, but when you force it to be the only method, you open every election up to, oh, we lost the ballots, we'll just call the race for this candidate. It opens you up to, okay, we're going to stop counting now because the Democrat won. It doesn't matter that we have 4 million other votes. It opens you up to fraud. Democrats know the only way they can win an election is to cheat. In California, New York, New Jersey, they let illegals vote. They can't get that passed in Texas, so now, don't go to the polling place. Just take this ballot and fill it out and then mail it in to us, and we will make sure it's right. I've worked an election. I worked the 2006 midterm, I think. May have been the 2008 general. I think I may have actually worked both. I know I worked the 2008 primary. This is in a conservative part of Texas. And even then, I saw things that were very close to what I thought shouldn't have happened. I was the official election judge for my precinct. So it was my job to secure the ballots at the end of the day. They had to stay with me and be signed off for. And then they were just sat with the rest in a big open room with a lot of people walking around. But no one seems to care. They all listen to Fauci and his BS about if Trump had acted, he could have saved lives. But yeah, China did lie to us. Well, which one is it? You can't have, Trump should have known and acted, but he was being lied to by China, so there was no way he could have known, but he should have known. We need to stop the BS of, if you're not liberal, you better be the psychic, superpowered, omniscient, omnipowerful being who can just know when we're going to want something but call you names for it. And then when you're proven right, we'll just call you racist for being proven right. It's wrong. Everyone on the planet should be able to see it's wrong. Unfortunately, liberals are blinded by their lust for power. And that's just sad. I've talked long enough. Let me know what you think in the comments. As always, be civil. We're not here to scream and yell. We're here to debate and discuss. We can disagree civilly. Please remember to like and share the video to widen the conversation. And as always, please remember to subscribe and turn on notifications so that you're the first to know of all new content and so you're part of the giveaway. Until next time, stay safe, stay smart, stay healthy, stay home if you can, and be careful if you can't. And everyone have a wonderful day.